Got it. Got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. We are live. We are live. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back. We apologize for the technical difficulty, but these things happen when you go live and you got a lot of energy going on about Bel Air. Okay? It's a lot of energy. It's like you just shut the whole thing down. You know what I'm saying? So again, we was talking about Bel Air. You know, for those who are on, definitely shout out to Nicole and everybody else for watching. We appreciate you again. Welcome back to the VACAY-JayTV and Friends live stream. We are covering, as you know, our favorite TV shows: Bel Air, Snowfall, Power Force, Ruthless. Shout out to my Ruthless squad. And yes, we were going through on the last video. You'll probably see it. It'll be up. But we were really getting in the whole Bel Air season finale, episode 10. And we were talking about everybody in the episode, right? So let's finish it up. And then we'll rate it, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. All right. For those that don't know, for those looking for the first time, absolutely, I'm VACAY-Jay. And this is Amy Veronica. She just dropped the album, fam. Definitely go out, check out Journey Through My Journal, right? On all streaming platforms. I mean, all streaming platforms. It's crazy, man, what you can do today. Including right here on YouTube, all right? So she also has her own channel. So definitely check her out and absolutely stream, buy it, do whatever you need to do to support the fam, right? She also has her channel. So at the bottom of my page, the front page, you know, of my channel, go all the way to the bottom, you'll see Amy Veronica. Please go ahead and subscribe to her page, like, comment, and also share any content that you feel will be helpful to any family and friends. All right? Good stuff. So now, back to what we were talking about. We're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to go into the next show. Okay? So let's wrap this up. Yes, Will called his father a what? A what again?
Call him a bam.
A bam, a big ass. Bitch, like you bitch ass, right? And told him to go, right? He ain't need him in his life anymore. Because why? Because his father started getting on his mom and blaming his mom about every bad thing that happened to him. He wasn't taking full responsibility. And yeah, man, he was just going the wrong, like, he got emotional. That's what happened. He got emotional. Yeah. And I understand. I mean, I heard what he had to say. He was feeling the pressure from what he was saying. He was feeling the pressure of Vi getting on him because Will started making some money. So Vi wanted him to be successful too. So yeah, it was encouragement, really, right? Because that's what she was probably doing. But we know Vi. Vi be, you know, just like she be getting on Will, really on some encouragement, but it could feel like some pressure.
Right.
So he folded under the pressure, and he beat down old man and robbed him. Right, because he was running around, he was running out of scams to do, and he got in trouble. He got locked up. You know, so it is what it is. So it ended with Will leaving out the house because he felt like everybody lied to him. Yeah, his mother lied to him, Uncle Phil lied to him, Aunt Viv lied to him. Except to the kids, he loves the kids, right? And again, let's give it up to the real MVP, Jazz, for giving the wisdom, but let's also give it up for the half MVP, which is your boy Carlton.
Yes.
Carlton came through, and before Will could leave, you know what I'm saying, trying to give him a hug, but he slid him, you know, a little stack of money up in his pocket, you know, open pocket. You know what I mean? Little money clip.
He did.
You know what I mean? It was a couple hundred up in there. It
was.
He was trying to make sure Will was straight. You know what I'm saying? Because he loves Will. Like, Will was there for him. He was going through his panic attacks and anxiety attack, and he wanted to be there for Will. You know what I'm saying? So Will left. They couldn't find him on the GPS. Let's talk about that real quick. Jeffrey runs the house. So he's the one in control of the GPS, but Jeffrey's not around. You remember from the last episode, Uncle Phil fired him. But Aunt Viv didn't know. Nobody in the house knew. Right? So when he was like, yeah, well, Jeffrey, I fired him, Aunt Viv was like, I wouldn't have done it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't have to fire him. Because now we can't even run our household.
Right.
And he ran the whole thing. He knows everything.
Everything.
Like, why you gonna send, right? Why you gonna send away 007 who knows all the information on your house and can shut down your house and your whole family?
Right. And you can't do it. So like he has singular access.
Right.
So y'all can't even get in it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that, again, that was the pride in Phil that brought him to that point. It was the pride and Phil that made him be like, I don't want you to get Will in contact with his father, da, da, da. But it was also safety for Will, but at the same time, it was like a control thing.
Right.
I think Uncle Phil has narcissistic characteristics a little bit.
I wouldn't go that far as to say that. I don't think he has narcissistic traits.
Well, when he was running for that DA, people kind of felt that.
Yeah, I mean, people felt that because, he's out of touch. He's a wealthy Black man that's trying to win the votes of poor Black people. So it's kind of like he's out of touch. I wouldn't say he's a narcissist. I would probably.
Well, I didn't say he was narcissist. I said he had narcissistic behavior.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of a stretch because I think it's more of he's dominant, and he built himself up to be this person, this big shot or whatever, and he's a man. He's a man's man.
Well, that's what narcissists are. They're dominant.
Well, I mean, but I wouldn't say it's just about like him.
I didn't say he was a narcissist. I said he had the behaviors. I didn't say he was 100%. I said he was exhibiting a couple of the characteristics that narcissists do. They want to control people, manipulate people for their benefit and for the benefit of overall whatever they're trying to do. So again, moving on, right? Moving on. Will left. Carlton goes to Lisa's house, knocking on the door like he's the police. She's like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, he was like, yo, Will, we trying to find him. And she was like, she was on some like, I don't care. He stood me up. He told me he loved me, then he stood me up, right? And he's like, yo, his father came by. She was like, oh, shoot, for real? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, he's been there for me. And I need to be there for him. And it was the touching moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a touching moment, right? Like, straight real, you know what I'm saying? And she hugged him. And what I said in my recap is, I said, all right, Carlton, do the right thing now. Don't back up and try to kiss her now. Okay, this is not the moment for that.
I think he's past. Like,
no, he is.
Her. I think he's past her. In
that
respect.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but
it was a joke. So
but no, that's that thing. I get that Lisa, she's stubborn. She's definitely strong-willed.
Yeah.
But yeah, sis, come on, let's go. Move around.
Yeah. So, Will is standing over on the mountain, looking at LA and the whole nine. Jazz comes through. He's like, yo, you got your family. They waiting for you. They care about you. He said, this is what he said. He said, your family is like concerned for you, even Carlton. Meaning that, like, yo, I know you had beef with Carlton before and y'all was bumping heads, but even Carlton has concerns for you. You know what I'm saying? You need to just take the car and go back home. You know what I'm saying? And he was also like, nah, because they lying to me, son. You told me to stay myself and don't let LA change me. And he was like, yo, I understand that, bro, but like, you have an opportunity to change your life for the better, man. Now it's on you. Your aunt ain't here. Your mama ain't here. Nobody's here. You got to make the final decision as to what you want to do. And it ends like that. Boom. I think I rated 1 to 5. I rated a 5 and 5. Like, I love it. Like, it was a great ending for me, right? Other people may feel like, oh, they let this out too early. You've been waiting all season. And they finally give it to you. Now you're not satisfied when they finally give it to you. Like, come on, man.
I think it was a really good cliffhanger to leave season 1 on.
Yeah.
Because it's his choice now. What you gonna do? Are you gonna negate everything that you've been taught? Yeah. And then so it's like, okay, where you gonna go?
Right.
You gonna go live with Jazz? What you gonna do?
Right.
So yes, it's gonna be interesting. But I think my theory of how it's gonna happen, Lisa and Carlton, they're gonna find him. Lisa's gonna have they're gonna have their whole moment, and she's gonna help him see.
Oh, that's your prediction for the next season. Got it. What do you rate this episode?
I think this episode was at 4.5.
Okay.
Round it up.
Because Ashley don't got a whole bunch of lines.
No,
you never satisfy this woman, man. I give it a 4.1 times the 0.9. Why? Because Ashley should have had more lines. Okay.
I gave it a 4.5.
Wonderful. All right. Definitely, family. We like to have fun. Please go ahead and rate what you felt what's your rating for the season finale of Bel Air episode 10? All right, cool. Now let's talk about the next show. What are we gonna talk about? Snowfall. Let's talk about Snowfall. Snowfall. Do you remember Snowfall?
I do remember Snowfall.
Right,
I think it was a good episode.
What stood out to you?
Jerome. Uncle Jerome.
Right.
Like I think this episode was really just about him. And you set out to please the one you love, or you set out to because you want to support and be by the side of the one that you love, but it's costing you something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's coming to the realization of what it's costing him.
Okay.
And we all know he never really wanted to be in this life anyway, right? So, and what really kind of stood out to me is his reaction when he goes into a spot, to the house, and he sees all these addicts, and it's like, this is really what we're doing to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get the money side of it. Yeah, we're living good. We got money. We got power. We got respect to some degree. But coming face to face with this, you're seeing what it's doing to people, and it's the polar opposite of what you want to do. You set out to build our community, to create opportunities, for people to have their own, for our people specifically to have their own.
Are you getting to the end already?
I'm just saying, that's what stood out to me. So it was Jerome. I'm gonna stop.
Jesus.
I'm gonna stop. It's Jerome.
What in the middle stood out to you too? You just be going straight to the end.
I just go to what I don't know. It just that was what just stood out to me was Jerome. Like the rest of the stuff, the rest of the episode, while it was good, Veronique and her with her and Franklin. Like I get it all, but that was just what captured me in this episode.
Okay.
Like that self-realization.
Okay. Well, what stood out to me, right? What is or was, you talk about Jerome, but I'm peeping out your girl, Aunt Louie.
Yeah.
Aunt Louie is moving real sketchy, D.
Yeah, she is.
She's moving real sketchy. And I already kind of have an idea what's going to happen in the next episode, but this is like the building up. Like, first of all, she didn't like the decision that Leon and Franklin made to freaking put Kane on to work their business and work for them, right? Because Leon went to sit down with Kane. He's trying to rebuild the family now that he's out. You know what I'm saying? His brother is gone, right? And yeah, he's out now, and he's been out for a couple months, and he just wants to make money for his family, right? And that's what Leon is. But Aunt Louie's on some like, yo, he tried to kill us, and you guys are now gonna put him down with us? She wasn't happy with that decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she was like, yeah, it's all good, well, But remember, she already put the hit out on Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that stood out.
Yeah.
She told Bo Buckley, who is the leader of the crash unit, to go and search out Kane and basically eliminate him.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that's what's going to happen in the next episode. So she making crazy ill moves on the low.
But if you remember, 2 weeks ago, I said it was going to be civil war.
Well, we talked about that from the beginning.
Yeah, so this is just where now it's really going to turn to a bunch of infighting. Yeah,
we I said that in my recaps. Like the family business is about to implode on itself, right? So we knew that, but this is the building up of that, right? This is the building up of that. So yeah, Jerome, the crack house, yes, but also when he went with the white dude to this house that had like the fish and everything, and he's sitting there and he's just like looking at life. We find out that your boy Uncle Jerome has PTSD.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in the military.
Right.
He's on the streets. Streets is just like war, right? He's in a war, he's cracking heads, he's shooting at people, he's in the life that he didn't choose.
Right.
He's just rolling with how it came. Listen, if you watch the first season, right? Go back and watch the first season, fam. Because to be honest with you, yeah, he didn't choose this life, but he kind of let himself into it because, Uncle Jerome in the first season, first episode, you'll see Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie, they was slanging weed.
Yeah.
And Franklin was going over there and he was showing them how to do it, measure this and all this and that. So they was already in it, but Jerome wanted to take it to the next level, do his whole audio stuff with the speakers and everything. He wanted to go in a different direction with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Aunt Louie, after she, she was already in. They was already in working with Franklin. But after she got shot, then her whole mind just switched.
Yep.
And she's about to be, I'm putting it out there. I think we already know, most of you guys know, she's about to be the enemy of Franklin. And it's about to get crazy for real. And I've been saying that for a while. We've been saying that for a while. It's about to get crazy.
But when you mentioned PTSD, like that could be her own form of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's dealing with, having, that brush with death and all of that. So yeah, man, it's
well, she's on some like, yo, I've been following my little nephew all this time.
That part.
And then things were going well, but once things went south, now it's like, I don't trust his decisions anymore. And we saw that in like 3 episodes back. Mm-hmm. But now it just keeps growing and growing and growing, where she's about to make some crazy moves really against Franklin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it ended with Jerome. You guys, you'll probably watch the recap already, but it ended with Jerome going back home, back to that original home where he was lifting weights and all of this and that. If you see the first episode of the first season, you see Franklin walking across the street like, yo, what's up, Unc? And he's pumping iron. He's trying to get back to the people, his people, because just like you said, he was in the crack house. And yeah, he was also at that meeting, that meeting with the Army vets, with the vets.
Yep.
And they was talking about all the trauma they went through. You know what I'm saying? And he was affected by it. He felt that, even though he wasn't in war like over in Vietnam or anything like that, he was in the war in the street. So he was feeling all of that stuff. So it was like a come to Jesus moment for Jerome.
It was.
And that's what prompted him to go ahead and like get back to his life. So that's why he proposed to Aunt Louie.
Yep. Which is going to pose a problem.
Why?
Because, I think it's they're going to get married. He loves her. He will do anything for Aunt Louie. Absolutely. But as he ventures down this path, it's water and oil. It ain't going to mix. That's not going to mix. Ooh. And
just talking about Aunt Louie and him?
Yeah, just with what she's doing and where she's headed with where he wants to go. And mind you, he don't know she moving the way she moving either.
Well, he knows, what he does know is, see, he's been on some like, whatever you want to do, I'm with you.
Right.
That's what he's been on. But now that he want to go back and touch base with himself, his roots and everything else like that, yeah, you're right. It is going to cause conflict because she's on some like, yo, I'm going to take it to the next level. Whatever Franklin did before, I'm going to do myself with Jerome by my side. He may not be on that level. You'll see, and you'll on my page, on my channel, you know what I'm saying? You'll see the promo for the next episode.
Right.
And I'm just going to throw it out there because you're going to see it all. Okay. You're going to see it all. But your boy Jerome is like, yo, like, I cannot go against my own family. Meaning that Louie is about to make moves against Franklin.
Yeah.
And she going to be on some like, this is how we're going to secure our future.
Yeah. So
it's about to get ugly. But as far as this episode goes, Veronique, she just wants some like, yo, you handle your business, I'm gonna handle mine. Being like, seriously, like, I'm not about this life. And yeah, what I told you, remember we talked about Sissy talking to
Veronique. Yep.
Veronique.
Yep.
I knew that this was gonna come to a head.
Yep.
And I knew that he was gonna confront her about it.
Yep.
He confronted both of them. He confronted Veronique, like, yo, you've been talking to my mom, da, da, da. And then he confronted Sissy, like, yo, you went behind my back and talked to Veronique and told her about all of this stuff. She's like, well, I'm trying to help. And he's like, yo, just help with this. Help with this freaking, real estate stuff.
Right.
Don't just make things worse. Again, I told you he was going to be upset about this. And I know what you said. It's not about his feelings. Well, this is his show. It is about his feelings, okay? This is a Franklin show. Your boy was like, yo, son, you shouldn't have went behind my back. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I want to help.
Right.
She should have mind her business.
No, but that is no.
Listen, hear me.
But it is
Hear
her
me. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. She should have mind her business, went to Franklin and talked to Franklin and said, Franklin, listen, you need to talk to her and tell her the truth. Not go behind his back and talk to his woman and say, listen, it happened before, it happened now, it's going to happen again. Planting that seed in her head to make her move the way she moved.
True.
As a mother who has kids and they have relationships, right?
And
are you going to go to let's say you find out, or you have to say your daughter, right? Mm-hmm. For example, is like Franklin.
Okay.
Right? And you got concerns for, the baby daddy or the husband of your daughter. Okay. Right? Are you going to go behind your daughter's back and talk to her boyfriend or husband and say, listen, my daughter's into the life. You need to watch your step. And da, 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 da. No, you're going to go to your daughter and say, listen, we need to talk collectively and do this the right way.
Here's where I have to disagree.
You're going to disagree on the way
I'm going to disagree in that. I'm going to disagree in that you know your child. So a perfect example, I'll use my oldest daughter. Very stubborn, very just, she's kind of ish like a...
Hey, I love y'all. I'm not speaking for her. She's speaking for herself.
So when you have a kid and your kid is bullheaded or strong-willed or stubborn, and your interest is to protect your child, protect your grandchild, protect your family. Yeah, if I know I can't, have this conversation with my kid, let me go talk to this person. So look,
that is shady.
Now what she should have done is after she had that conversation with Veronique, she should have told Franklin, look, I talked to her. That would have been the right thing to do. But sometimes, like when
just
you know
like
your
you said,
kid,
you know your kid, and he gonna blow up.
He gonna blow up regardless. So the conversation got to be had.
Like I said, when I said what I said, okay, she should have just said nothing at all.
No, but then that happens.
Hold on, you're screaming, man. Don't scream with the family. You're screaming at the family. Family. I'm sorry. She gets really passionate about this. I understand we exchanging. So listen, here's what I'm saying to you. I heard what you said. I acknowledge what you said.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that in my personal opinion, Mama Sissy coming back fresh off the motherfucking plane from Cuba, understanding the situation with Alton and how sensitive things are right now, right? Yeah, he got kidnapped. Yeah, he was out there. He wasn't around when she had this conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see if he was around and, hey, you need to go talk to him, because the way it is the way it is. He wasn't around. He was out there, like, striving to stay alive from the Vatos and the Tiger Man, okay? Like, this dude's life is in danger. You're going to go behind his back when he's thinking, okay, they're secure. I'm hoping they're secure with Jerome and Auntie. Franklin ain't think about that. No, now you got another thing to kind of work on because Mom went behind the back and said something. It's just more pressure on Franklin.
I don't disagree with that.
Let me know, family. Let us know your thoughts on this. I think it was shady for Sissy to do it. I understand the concerns for the grandbaby and everything else like that. You felt that she did the right thing. I felt, no, that's your son. Yeah, he may be bullheaded, but listen, you want to smack some common sense into him and be like, yo, you got to get out this life or you need to have this family. It's one or the other. But she already knows what he's going to do. I get it, but she should have went to him first and said, let's have a sit down talk about this. Since you've gotten back from being kidnapped and having the tigers almost bite your head off.
What? Even in that. So timing was definitely, I will agree.
I love this.
I will agree the timing was off.
The timing.
But even in that, these are realities that Veronique will have to face. It's going to always be another situation where or a situation where he got.
You think she don't know that though? She already had it. The thing about it is Sissy don't know. That's why I said she should mind her business. Sissy don't know that they already had this discussion. Veronique already had a discussion with Frank. Yeah. She already told him that he needed to get out the life. And now that he got kidnapped in the whole 9 year, they all got shot at. Yeah, it's like, yo, it's right up in our face. Now we really need to talk about this. So regardless of what Sissy said, if Sissy didn't say anything, Veronique would have had a conversation with Franklin anyway since he came back from being kidnapped in the whole 9. It would have happened regardless, is what I'm saying to you. It didn't have. She didn't have to put the battery in Veronique's back and then have her just totally leave Franklin like that.
No, okay. So that.
And we're gonna end it at because we gotta get to the other show.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say that Sissy is 100% responsible for Veronique's reaction. You know what I'm saying? Again, she should have told Franklin that she had the conversation. But her reaction is her reaction, bro. Like, I don't know.
I love you, Nicole. We love you. She says, I agree with both of you. Thank you. Again, we just talked about it. We're gonna end it on that because we gotta get to the other shows. But yeah, we're real passionate about that because yeah, it's like I get what you're saying. I hope you get what I'm saying. Family, chime in. Thank you, Nicole, for chiming in. And showing love. Okay, you ready to move on, right? I'm ready to move on. Okay, what do we rate Snowfall? 1 to 5. What do we rate it?
I give it a 5.
I give it a 5 too. I give it a 5. I cannot wait for this next one though, because it's the celebration. Aunt Louie, Jerome to get married, and your boy Jerome, he about to go wild. He about to go nuts. Like it's gonna be crazy. Okay, let's talk about Power Book 4 Force. Right? Let's talk about Force. Okay.
That was another really good episode.
Yeah.
Like this was a good round of TV, man.
Yeah.
This was a good round of TV.
All right. What stood out to you?
This joint threw some curveballs.
Okay.
I was not expecting the death. I wasn't going to say it yet.
Everybody should have seen it, right? It came out Sunday, right? So we know, yes. Thank you, Nicole. 5, thank you.
I was not expecting for Gloria to be killed. Like I didn't see that coming.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Wow.
I'm mad. Whoever wrote this, I'm mad. I'm mad. Why am I mad? Because you know I love Glow.
We like
right?
a little soul snatcher.
I like. She called it a soul snatcher. I remember she took all the sword out. She took all the vibranium out of Tommy's little Peter, and he needed some water. Y'all remember that? Okay. So, family, listen. Man.
That was wild.
I'm mad because she was gone for 2 episodes, and then she finally comes back, and they like, I love you. We're going to run away together. They sold the property. They have wild money. You know, Vic is about to start on his own. With Glow, start this whole, mixed family, you know what I'm saying? Jamaican and Irish mixed together, you know what I'm saying? Make a nice little swirl babies, you know what I'm saying? And then turn around, man, the guy who is the twin of the Serbian guy that got killed in the other episode where Tommy had to rescue Liliana, her like getting captured by the Serbians, right? So that was a Serbian, okay? But we're seeing that it may not be the Serbians who put that attack on.
Yeah.
Okay. You have, okay, what did Nicole say? Nicole said, I hope he doesn't blame Tommy because Tommy was looking out for him. Yeah. I think he's thinking like that.
But this just changed it.
But yeah, so you had a theory about that. You had a theory about who you think actually put the hit out on Vic or Gloria.
So yeah, I kind of felt like his uncle. Like the
Paulie.
Yeah. So it was weird. So first, I think Walter never really intended to bring Tommy into the fold.
Yeah.
So I think that, that was all a part of it.
Yeah. So
that he would go tell Vic what was going on.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of, see like where things really kind of were with them. Because I think it was very purposeful to make the comment about, her heart jumped when you walked in the room. Like kind of letting them know, like, I know what's what. Whole time, of course, Vic knows that too. He knew about Tommy and Gloria. It wasn't no secret. But then, the Uncle Paul to be like, I'm loyal to this family. And, to tell him, Walter had took this meeting with Tommy to bring Tommy into the family to kind of throw him off. Like, so it's some grimy stuff in the mix. For real.
Yeah.
And it's really just Walter's way to isolate Vic because he's facing his mortality right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So he needs to leave, his legacy. He needs to leave this to his children.
Yeah.
But he's willing to do any and everything to get his kids in line.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about your favorite boyfriend though. Let's talk about your favorite boyfriend.
Gary Indiana.
No, Jannard, cauliflower ear. So, and Diamond, right? That's your baby daddy, right?
Whatever.
So,
Whatever.
so Diamond, you know, going back, I'm taking it back, right? Diamond and Jannard, they talking in the barbershop. Again, this is a small moment, but it's you got to pay attention to details as to what's going on because it leads to everything else. So they in the barbershop, you know, Diamond is cutting up Jannard, whatever. What would you do if you was in control of CBI? He said, yo, I would take all my money and put it behind this dolly and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, we see Jannard go ahead, blast the guy to get the package, right? And all of that. Like, Jannard is just going all out for this dolly stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to be a problem. But at the same time, I think Tommy's going to take him out. Tommy's going to have to take him out. Yeah. He's going to have to take him out because
killing pilgrims.
Yeah, pilgrims, right? Man, Marshall and Blackson's like, yeah, you know the pilgrims, you know the curly hair, what they got off the Mayflower, now they doing the product. That was funny, right? Yo, D-Mac though.
Yo.
My guy. That's my guy. My guy.
You've been saying that too.
I've been saying that's my guy. That's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Young buck. Come to find out he a mathematical genius, man. This kid right here knows his numbers, man. Yep. Like, do you know how powerful that is for Tommy to have him in the pocket like that, breaking down stuff and measurements and everything else? Like, he gave him all the math problems, like the craziest math problems in the world. And yeah, your boy D-Mac broke it down. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Claudia, she is so, I want to say she's green, and she doesn't move right. She doesn't move right because your boy Tommy was like, yo, she wanted to get CBI and the pipeline down and everything else like that, most definitely because he is real, slot right. So your boy Tommy tells Claudia, listen, we're not getting CBI down because Jannard is down with CBI as far as putting Dahlia in the pipeline. We don't need to do it right now. Diamond's my guy. I'll talk to him and bring him on when it's time to bring him on. Should have been it from the beginning. That was in the beginning of the episode. No, she wants to go behind Tommy's back, goes talk to Diamond, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna give you 10% of what this thing is gonna change your life. Of course he knows what it is, but he's like, yo, Diamond's smart. Some of y'all don't think he's smart. Diamond's pretty smart, all right? And he says, for you to be giving me a percentage, that means you have partners.
Right.
And your partners are not here. So that means you're doing stuff behind their back.
Yep.
So I don't want any part of it because you being a snake and you being shady and trying to do this behind their back. I don't want it. And then she's like, walking out the door. He's like, oh, it's a dolly. And she's like, bye, Diamond. So he already knows what it is.
Right.
He knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Claudia, to me, like, I think she's going to mess things up. I honestly think she's going to mess things up.
And it's really just because she doesn't have 100% trust in Tommy. Like, she's not really trusting Tommy. And a lot of it has to do with Walter, her family. You know, she wants to strike off on her own and do something that's her own. But with this, you know, this is Tommy's deal.
There's no honor amongst thieves. That's the phrase, right? So she's been sneaky since day one because she's been sneaking behind her father's back since day one. So now she's going to be sneaky with Tommy. Yep. She's not going to be the best partner to have around because she's always going to be shady. Yep. The best partner is you already know. Mm-hmm. Liliana all day. She is the best person to be rocking with your boy, Tommy. But you know what was cute? Now we leading into Liliana and JP. Man, what's going to happen with Liliana and JP? Like, she is so, oh, I love your voice.
Talk smash.
Right. Again, we know that JP had a husband, right? But that don't mean he ain't going to flip the script. Will Liliana bring him back to the other side? It's back to the, opposite sex, doing their thing, right? Is Liliana gonna be the one? Y'all let me know. Type in the chat box, type in the comment box.
Change his life.
You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna bring him? He was with, his husband, his ex-husband, and now, you know what I'm saying? Like, is Liliana gonna do it? We're gonna find out your boy JP real good with his hands and learning and everything else like that. So now he's gonna be in the lab. It's gonna be a family business. Then he's gonna bring in. This is what I predict. Tommy's gonna bring in D-Mac to the lab where JP is working on the dolly, and they gonna face to face see each other. And yeah, your boy Tommy gonna break out the picture that he found in D-Mac's little stash. And say, here's your son, JP, my nephew. I think that's what's gonna happen. What do you think? You think it's gonna go down like that?
Yeah.
That would be crazy, right?
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't bring him to the lab, because it's like a secret location.
But it's interesting, that family dynamic. Yeah. This family of these great minds.
Yeah.
So you have, JP, who's, the musician and, good with his hands. And then you have D-Mac, which, the way he is with numbers. Yeah. To have that. And then Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So it's in their blood.
Yeah. They're smart. Yeah. They definitely smart. You know what I'm saying? They definitely smart. I don't know if every one of them is smart. I don't know where they got that from. Kate, I don't think so. I don't know who they got it from.
But I'm curious as to this jump way to the end. So stop if you need to.
Stop. Nah, go ahead.
I think something is gonna get a little rocky between Tommy and JP because JP reached out to Kate.
No. The only way, okay, this is where you put two and two together. Your boy JP didn't have the number. Tommy gave him the number to call Kate. Why? Okay, let's retrace the steps. Fall back with me. Let me know if you agree or disagree. It's all good. So when Tommy followed D-Mac to his little stash, and Tommy went in, right, saw the picture, right, realized that that's my nephew, that's JP's son who's been looking for the past some odd years, right? Okay. He went to the crib and looked at a picture of him and his mom, Kate, when he was a little boy. So he was touched by that. And because he was touched by that, and because JP's been wanting to reach Kate and wanting to tell her that, grandma died and everything else like that, he pulled out his phone and looked at the number. He sent that number to JP. And JP gave her a call. That's the only way he would have the number. Okay. Because if he had the number before, he would have called her before, right? True. He wouldn't have to talk to Tommy. Very Tommy true. Sent her the number. So, you got to put two and two together. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, I got your back, man. Okay. I got your back. I got your back too. Right. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Then Kate picks up the phone. She's like, "Who the hell is this?" Like she just came from the bar. He's like, "It's your son. It's your son." And that don't sound like Tommy.
Right.
It's your son, with his Darth Vader voice. You get me silly up on here. So I'm really okay. So again, y'all making me upset.
They're enjoying it.
Right. So again, fam, like listen. Again, I'm upset. Why? I'm upset with Stars too. Why? Because why we gotta wait another week to see what happens, see what y'all doing. Y'all gonna kill off my baby mama, Sade Glow Sade, and then y'all gonna have to y'all making us wait another week before we see exactly what happens. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I love the show. I love Force.
I love Force. It's definitely good.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate? 1 to 5. What do you rate? 5. Okay, I rated it 5 too. Please drop your comments below. What do you rate Force? I'm just gonna call it Force. Y'all know what Force is, okay? So yeah, man. All right. So last show that you didn't see.
Y'all not gonna pull me into this wormhole.
Listen, she's in town and she's gonna watch movies. I'm gonna make her watch the show. She's gonna watch the show and she's gonna be like, "It's crazy, but I love it." That's what you're gonna do. It's crazy, but I love it just like you. All right. So Ruthless family, man, listen. Those are my folks out there watching Ruthless. You already know, man, listen. Yo, your boy Brian got caught. Now he's at the campus. He's in the punishment room with Oliver and Lacey, right? The highest wants Andrew to go in there, take the strap, take him out, right? But then the highest is like, nah, let's torture him first, get some answers out of him, and then, Andrew, you can go ahead and take him out, right? So, boom, they take him in the torture room, they make him strip down. Ladies, y'all saw what happened, okay? Now, the highest takes the acid. He takes the bottle of acid, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to chop your fingers off, and then I'm going to put the acid on it so you don't bleed to death until you give me some answers. Yeah, crazy, right? So he's like, I don't know anything. So he chopped this joint on, clipped it off. He's like, and screaming and yelling, da da da. The highest is like, yeah, look at it, look at the finger, right? He's like, you have any answers for me now? So they look at his wedding ring, right? So Brian has a wedding ring on, and they take the ring off, and there's a tattoo of his wife's name on there. It was like, what's your wife's name? It's like Catherine. But then he look at the finger, it says Lynn. It's like, I thought it was Catherine, da da da. And then that kind of like, Lynn, yeah, that's the girl that's been calling. She wants to come to the campus. Oh, that's your wife? Oh, so they put two and two together. So now they're like, yeah, she must be down with the FBI too, to send her in to try to infiltrate the campus, right? The Rockaduki campus, right? So what happens is Andrew puts the battery in Daikon's back and says, yeah, you're right, because you know Andrew's the undercover FBI agent. So he's going along with this so he won't be exposed and blow his cover. He's like, yeah, it must be her. Yeah, they must do that in the FBI. They send in wives with their husbands. He just don't want to be exposed, right? So what else happens? Man, Ruth, of course, she is like trying to intercept Elder Supreme Mother, Marva, because Elder Supreme Mother, Marva, believes that Ruth is not pregnant. So she wants she tells the highest to get pregnancy tests for all the ladies, just to make sure. She's like, yeah, we need to be prepared. You know, there was this one girl who was pregnant for 8 months, but we didn't know that she was pregnant because she was big. So we didn't know she was pregnant. And the highest is like, yo, whatever, get the pregnancy test. But Ruth is trying to intercept that because Ruth really isn't pregnant with the highest's baby, but he thinks that she's pregnant. So she's trying to intercept that, right? So real quick, you guys know the highest gets River to come over. The highest just tortures him. He wakes up in the morning, the dude is wrapped up and bondaged up on the floor when he wakes up. He's like, oh, you're here, you're still here. And River wants to get out of there. So he's talking to Joan to get the money, to get this $3 million, right, to come through so they can get the money and get up out of there, because River does not want to be tortured anymore by the highest. Okay, boom. So what happens? We see that Daikon, I'm about to call him Dylon, shout out to Dylon. Daikon calls Lynn because he wants to get her to come. So they want to trap Lynn, because they think she's down with Brian, that's her husband. So Daikon calls Lynn, and Lynn is in the bed. She's in the bed.
This show is wild. And
there's somebody else in the bed. And yeah, they doing some things. I'm gonna just say that they doing some things. Curled up. Right. Brian was. So they doing some things, and Daikon's like, yo, so when are you coming to the campus? And she's busy. I'm gonna say that. She's like, I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming tomorrow, okay? And it's like, yo, Tyler Perry crazy with the writing stuff, right? Right? So we come to find out it's Malcolm. Malcolm is sleeping with Brian's wife. Malcolm already is married, and Brian's wife, who is Lynn, his wife is her cousin. Yeah, it's crazy, son. It's crazy. But we know that already. We know that. And you know, Brian's wife, she's a drunk. So it is what it is. So anyway, make a long story short, fam. Great show. Check out the recap. I'm gonna cut it right there. I give this a 5. Again, shout out to all 4,200 of you who view the latest recap of Ruthless. Salute to you. I appreciate you and love you guys. Thank you for watching. Let's continue to watch this together. Drop your comments. Go ahead and share it with all your family and friends that know about Ruthless, that love Ruthless. I appreciate y'all for real. Let's continue to keep this thing going. All right, family. So again, it has been a pleasure. We got to go. We got things to do. I know you got things to do too. I appreciate you guys. Amy. Oh, hold on. Let me see what Nicole's saying. But they still not telling us who got. Right. That's the plot hole. That's the plot hole. I hope he fills the hole, right? I hope he fills the hole. So yes, Amy, what you got going on? Let them know real quick.
So we got this album, Journey Through My Journal. It is out right now, guys. Right now, it's streaming everywhere.
Yeah.
It is on every social media platform,
Yep.
so you can search it out. You want to put it in your stories. It's right here. It's on YouTube. If you search my name, Amy Veronica, it'll take you to my YouTube page, but it will also take you to the artist page.
Wow.
Where you can listen to the song. So I encourage you guys to take a listen, take a walk, 1 through 7, 7 tracks, 22 minutes worth of music. Take a walk through it, and when we come back next week, share your feedback with us. Let us know what you thought about it. Did you laugh? Did you cry? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think? So just excited to share my story with you guys, and I hope that it helps you along your journey.
Absolutely. Go to her page. Definitely subscribe to all the pages, right? Definitely throw your feedback there as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, let her know, man. I think the album is phenomenal. I have like 4 or 5 of them. Okay. I'm already supporting all the way. You know what I'm saying? You may hear your boy. You may hear your boy on the album. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This guy named JD on Tug of War. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's somebody you know. Maybe. So anyway, family, definitely check that out. Definitely download, stream. It's all good. You know, we support each other on this channel, and we support each other worldwide. All right. So family, I appreciate you all for watching. Again, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Go ahead and hit a like button for me. Absolutely go ahead and share, comment below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate all the support and the love. Definitely subscribe to her page as well. Shout out to Definity TV and every support out there. Nicole, appreciate you always jumping on and hanging with us. Again, we're going to work on getting you on the show as well, so we can hear your comments live and see who you really are. We're going to work on that. Definitely, you know what? Shoot me an email, VACAYJTV@gmail.com. Shoot me an email so we can definitely make that happen. No more talk. Let's make things work, all right? So again, family, I appreciate you all. This is VACAYJTV and friends, and you know what it is. It's your girl, Amy Veronica. It's your man, VACAY. And until next time, salute.